Good evening.
Good evening, Chris.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How was everyone's week? Or last week? How was last week? And how is this week going so far?
It's been great. Unbelievable.
Sweet. See some thumbs up, some okays, some waves.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that in just a minute.
Guys, send out any last minute texts you have to any of the team. Let them know that the call is starting now. I'm going to mute just to start the whole muting process, because I hear we have some background noise. Lizzie, how is Mike doing? I saw you had some pictures of surgery and stuff like that. Hope he's doing well.
So they transferred him to a rehab center and they're not taking good care of him. So I'm trying to move him somewhere else right now. So it's been a hassle. He has like 3 more surgeries to go. That'll make about 16 or 17 surgeries in about 6 weeks.
That's crazy. Why so many surgeries? Like what's going on there?
Oh, he had a head-to-head collision.
I knew that, but I'm saying like
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Why so many surgeries?
Because his injuries were so extensive from his neck all the way down to his legs. So he's had his stomach open, his back open, his legs, his ribs, his chest, just everything. So he's had a lot of surgeries, and some of them were life-altering, saving surgeries.
Right.
So it's going to be a long road for him. He's going to be disabled for a long time. He'll be in a wheelchair for a long time.
Well, we'll be praying for him.
Thank you. So I have more of an incentive to make this this business work. So I'm excited.
Well, we're happy for that. Unhappy the fact that you're having to deal with all this. So
Yeah. God is good. Thank you.
So Ricky, did you want to start the call out, brother? Not sure if you had any updates or anything that you wanted to start off with.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
bad hair day, and I'm about to eat dinner, and then I'll close it out for you so I can eat. I'm still in my pajamas. Look at this, dude.
No way.
Yes, way. I've been in my pajamas all day, and I haven't even brushed my teeth today. I've been so busy. I'm not gonna lie. It's been crazy, like Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom after Zoom. And my wife goes, "Hey, have you even taken a bath today?" I said, "No." She goes, "You stink." And I said, "Okay, all right, thanks. That's why you're my wife." Anyways, I thought I'd share that with you guys and make you laugh. But no, go ahead, Chris, and I'll hop on after. I want to share something with you guys to close out the call. Thanks.
So guys, I know we have people that have been here for some time. We have some people that are also new. And, you know, it's one of those things when you're in this industry, we always want to have new information coming in, but then you also want to make sure that you're sticking to the basics. And the reason why I say new information is because you're either growing or you're dying. You're either excelling and getting better and better and better. It's one of the 6 basic human needs. I did a whole video on this actually like a week ago from the hot tub. And that's on Mindset Matters. If y'all want to check that out, you just go click on Mindset Matters on Facebook. But talking about that, people need to feel like they have growth. So we definitely want to go over some growth topics, but we also want to make sure that we stick to the basics, because it is the basics that got us where we are. And it is the simplicity of what we do that allows us to have a message that everyone can participate in, everyone can win. And that really boils down to a conversation that literally we have kept the same for the last year. And it starts off with, you know, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? Do you know anybody who wants to be happy? I mean, things, just asking questions will start the conversation. Guys, people feel really uncomfortable selling. So if you come across as a weirdo, which is our only real rule, is don't be a weirdo. Be normal. So you want to always talk in the language that would be normal for you. You don't want to all of a sudden start using big words if that's not your thing. You don't want to all of a sudden act like you're a scientist or know all this information about products. If your friends know you for whatever it is that you do, now all of a sudden you're a scientist. That's called Weirdoville, right? So we want to make sure that we're always keeping it really, really simple to where the average person feels like they can do this. You hear the conversation talk about the 80%ers, the 15%ers, and the 5%ers. Well, this is the reality. If you have a conversation that resonates with the 80%, the 15%ers realize that if the 80%ers can win, that they can, and the 5%ers are like, I'm going to totally rock this thing out, period, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So you don't have to act like you know everything. It's not about having all the facts. Over and over and over, as I've been doing this, and we meet new people or a new person gets started, they're like, you know, I just need to find out more. I just need to do a little research. I like to know everything before I start talking about it. Well, what I'm here to share with you tonight is that's not the best way to go. It's really about keeping it really simple to where a brand new person can do what you did literally 5 minutes after you did it. So in conversation, when you're talking to people about this, you want to make sure that whatever conversation you're having, your new person can literally do what you did immediately after. So this is the script that we started with, and it really boils down to, and guys, I'm not a big script fan because I think scripts make people weird. How many of you all have had telemarketers call you and that you could tell they're reading a script and they sound like a weirdo, right? And you're like, come on, at least know enough about your product to, you know, not have to read some script. So I'm not a big script fan. I believe in taking things, I believe using an outline and then basically putting it in your own words to where you sound normal. So guys, this is what I say, and this isn't, you have to say word for word, but it's basically, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? No, and they could say, let's just start a general conversation. And we're talking about people that you don't know. So we're talking to people you don't know, and what I say is always compliment people and basically just have general conversations. If you're going out there to talk to people, to prospect, to try to sign them up or get them, weird, right? And then now you're just creating an environment to where they feel weird about the whole situation. But what if you just go out there and you're connecting with people from a connection perspective because you love people and because you love to connect with people? So guys, just, you know, hey, what do you do? How long have you been doing that? Oh my God, you must love it. Guys, in order to communicate, people need to disagree. So if you always say that you must love it, they normally tell you how, well, it's okay, it pays the bills. So if you compliment them, wow, you have great people skills. What do you do? It's a compliment. You're opening up the conversation. They're sharing with you what they do. How long have you been doing that? No way. Wow, you must love it. They start telling you about how they really don't love their job, right? Or whatever it is that they do. So in that conversation, normally they're going to say, well, what do you do? And then you can literally just say, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? No, what is that? Oh my God. A friend of mine shared this with me, and since I've been on the product, boom, 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 story. You share the benefits of what you got from the product. Prior to being on the product, I had no energy. I was just worn out all the time. You know, my focus wasn't there. Since I've been on this, oh my God, I just feel amazing. I have more energy. It's totally knocked out my appetite. I'm down this many pounds. My focus is better. This is better. Whatever it is, 30 seconds, very quick. This does not mean you tell your life story about what the product's done for you and go into all this stuff because now you're in Weirdoville again. So we want to keep it really simple, really short, because people's attention span nowadays is like this. You put something in the microwave, 30 seconds, and you're stopping it with a second left. People can't wait for anything nowadays. So if you take a long time to get to the point, guess what? You've lost them. So we keep it really short. We keep it really simple. We share a story. And normally people will go, oh my God, well, how do you find out about that? Hey, if I sent you a website, when do you think you would have about 10 to 15 minutes to check out a couple videos? Very, very simple. Now you're getting the time there. They can actually check it out. Oh, I can watch it tonight. Great. So call you around 6 or is 7 better for you? Alternative closing question. So now what we're going to do is we're going to basically follow up, and we're going to say, hey, did you have a chance to check out that video I sent you? Yes, I did. And you're going to say, awesome. What testimonial made the most sense to you? And then why do I say what testimonial? Is because we use ahappydose.com, and on there, there's the third video is the testimonial. So if they've already watched the 3-minute video, then they go and they check out the testimonial. Now you knew that they saw enough information, and people think in pictures. People think in pictures. So think about it when somebody says, you know, remember when whatever, normally people will kind of look up because what they're doing is they're picturing in the back of their mind, and they're painting a mental picture, right? People don't remember facts, but they remember stories. That's why testimonials are so important. So we're going to ask them what testimonial made the most sense to you. And then you're going to say, awesome, I love that testimonial, because you will always want to agree. And guys, you should love all the testimonials because they're all good. And then what you want to say, you know, most people connect with that as well. Why do I say most people? Because if I ask you, are you like least people or like most people? Most people will say I'm like most people. So guys, that is called it's called social proof. Social proof. It's a tool of influence. So guys, this is going over the basics, but also giving you the nuts and bolts that are a little bit more in depth, explaining why what we're talking about tonight works. So now you're going to say, oh my God, I love that testimonial too. That's what most people say. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, so is there anything you need to know before you're ready to, try the product? What questions do you have before you're ready to get started? Were you looking to become a customer and a promoter, or just a customer? And that's called alternative closing question. Hey, do you want to sit window or aisle? Anybody remember that when they go and book a flight? Do you want to sit window or aisle? Did they ever say, do you want to sit in the middle? No, but sometimes you get stuck there. But they ask you an alternative, A, B, C. You know, do you want to sit window or aisle? Hey, were you wanting to become a customer and a promoter, or just a customer? And guys, these are just things that will get the ball moving, because a lot of people don't necessarily know what to say. Like they'll say, well, what do you think? Well, I think your breath stinks. I think whatever. And they can come up with something. You want to lead them where you want them to go. Guys, this is very simplistic stuff, and you can literally do this immediately right after. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because guess what? The other person has no idea if you're doing it right or wrong. So you just do it, and as you do it, you get better. And I'm going to share this because many of us are doing something right now on our job that when we started, we sucked. And we were not good at it. But we kept doing it. We kept doing it. Why we keep doing it? Because we had to, or we were going to get fired. The challenge is when people start their own business, then they get all weirded out, and they think that, whatever, and then they create these stories in their mind, and then they quit on themselves. So guys, this is the basics. So now I just gave you every step that you need to know, and I went over a long period of time to go over something that is literally a 30-second to a minute conversation. Very, very simple. So if that helps anyone, give us some love in the comments over here. See if that makes any sense. So now let's talk about the energy that we have to have when we do it. So with that being said, guys, when we get started in this, it's so crazy. I've seen this happen over and over and over. And I'll tell a story of a good friend of mine's girlfriend. She came out on the boat with Ricky and I. She got started. She knew nothing about it. She was just fired up and excited. And she signs up like 5 or 6 people in her first week or so. Then she starts to learn stuff. Then she starts to get weird. Now she's starting to explain everything. And she quit doing what she did when she got started, which was just be all excited. And then she started to get frustrated because people weren't as interested anymore. Why weren't they interested? because all of a sudden she tried to become an expert. All of her friends knew her for whatever it was that she did, but did not recognize her as an expert in the happy coffee world, right? So guys, it's our energy. And so if you look at communication, 55% is physiology. What does that mean? When you're up and you're excited and you're talking with your hands and you're animated, that people relate to that. So for those of you that might be watching this right now, if I say, you know, are you excited? Yeah, I'm excited. So I said, yes, I'm excited, but did that sound excited? No, because tonality is 38% of communication. So we have physiology, which is when we break down communication, people think they need to know all the right words. They think they need to know everything, but that is not the case because words are only 7% of communication. It's not what you say, but how you say it. So let's give you an example of that. Honey, it's dinner time. All right, was that like you knew I said, honey, it's dinner time with the words, but was that something where it was a pleasant experience by me sharing, honey, it's dinner time? How about this? Honey, it's dinner time. I said the exact same words. Can we all agree that that means two different things? Can we all agree with that? So same words, two different meanings. Honey, it's dinner time, or honey, it's dinner time. How many of you all remember when you were a kid and you were out playing and your parents are like, come in, kids, it's time for dinner. And then, or come in, it's time for dinner. Two different things, right? Two totally different experiences, same exact words. Guys, your physiology, your excitement, your body language, when you're talking to people about this, and the way you say it are the most important factors you can have. It's not what you say, but how you say it. It's about having that excitement, having that physiology when you're talking to people. So what do I tell a new person when they get started? Do not sit back in a recliner chair making a phone call trying to tell somebody about Happy Coffee. Oh my God, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? No, you want to stand up. You want to maybe do some jumping jacks first. You want to get on the phone and you want to go, oh my God, have you heard about that Happy Coffee everyone's talking about? Or listen to the other version. Have you heard about the Happy Coffee everyone's been talking about? Like, which one would you want to connect with? Which one has you in a place of, you know, wanting to try it? It's when they feel your passion, when they basically are feeling what you're saying, not just hearing what you're saying. So many people get so caught up with the exact words, but it's about your excitement. It's ignorance on fire versus knowledge on ice. If you are just ignorant, I don't know about all that. All I know is, oh my God, I feel so amazing. And this stuff, whatever, what's in it? All kinds of good stuff that make you feel great. That's all I know is I'm happy on this stuff, right? Oh, what's in it? Well, it has PA and whatever. I don't even know what the ingredients is. I just know that one because it's not allowed in Australia. But point is, guys, is that these are basics that if you just get your excitement level up and you're fired up and you're talking to people from a place of conviction, people want to go. And there's the bottom line. People are looking for someone to lead them. People are looking for someone to lead them. How many of us have had somebody, when they get started and then they're not having success, they want to blame somebody too. They want to blame their upline. They want to blame something or blame whatever, right? And the bottom line is that you have to decide that you're the leader people are looking for. You decide that people need what you have. And you have to say, this is where I'm going. This is why I'm doing it. Who's coming with me? And guys, when you have that conviction and you know why you're doing this, you know why people should be coming with you, you know why people should basically join your team, guys, people are attracted to your energy. They're attracted to what you're doing. You don't even have to know like what all the stuff is. You don't have to know all the details, but if you're convicted and you know why you're doing it, because you know what? For the last however many years I've been working on my job and I knew it just wasn't going to get where I wanted to go. And I knew that if I can just help some people become happy and get fired up about something, get passionate about taking control of their life, their freedom, their finances, I just knew that this was my way and I'm freaking running. Who's coming with me? Do you see how there's conviction in what I'm saying? And it doesn't even, I just made up a bunch of stuff. I didn't even know what in the world I was saying, but I was fired up about it. And I can promise you, people will get fired up about, people will go for miles to watch you burn, right? People get fired up when they hear somebody fired up. So when I was working, we branded a product back in 2010. And people would come to, we had these parties where we just had these little shakes and we're giving people like little tiny samples. They weren't drinking a whole cup of coffee and feeling like we feel when people try this product where they're jacked out of their mind in 15 minutes. They literally tasted maybe a 1 ounce sample and they might not see results for 30, 60, 90 days on that product. But what would happen is person after person after person would join because they were like, I don't know what the hell these people are doing, but they're fired up, they're excited, and I just want to be a part of it. People join your energy. They join your excitement. So with that being said, I'm going to open it up for any other leaders that want to give any insights, and then we'll have Ricky close the call. Anyone else want to add anything to what we talked about tonight?
You did amazing, Chris, like always.
Anything?
Yeah, Chris, love your energy.
Yeah, I agree. You have to have that energy, and it really does make a difference in how your excitement gets to other people, and they want that because you're excited.
Perfect, perfect.
I have to say one thing that I did today, and I had so much fun doing it. We live in Kentucky, and we have some snow here. And so I got out a pair of shorts from last summer. And I got those shorts, and I can actually fit into one leg of those shorts. So I go out in the snow. I put the shorts on. My sitter that helps me take care of my husband, she takes this picture of me in one leg of my shorts. I had 4 new people today. It's just amazing because everybody loves the change.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing.
What's up, everybody? So I wanted to say and just reiterate how important consistency is, because a lot of people, they get really fired up out of the gate, especially. They go out, they try to talk to 100 people in a day, and it can be overwhelming. Consistency and follow-up is literally the name of the game. And it's just like a lot of people have heard, how do you eat an elephant? You know, it's one bite at a time. So just stick with what you can consistently do every day. If that's talking to 2 new people, talk to 2 new people. If it's 5 new people, talk to 5 new people. And don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, guys. Some of the greatest gifts to your business and in your life will literally be you becoming uncomfortable and connecting with that person. And little did you know, they've been looking for you the whole time. So just be consistent every day. Just do a little bit to grow your business. And that fire will just keep burning hotter and hotter and hotter. And you'll inspire people. People will take you seriously. They'll know that you're here, and you'll be modeling what you would want them to do in their business as well. So just be consistent. Don't get overwhelmed. If you're new, if you're here, you know, just what Chris just said, that conversation, I have to take myself back to it literally every day. I mean, just getting back to the basics of, hey, do you drink coffee? I started using Ricky's line, do you drink coffee at all? You ever tried the happy coffee everybody's talking about? And like Chris just said, if your energy is just that high, that's what people are buying into. And it just so happens that we have a product that literally gives them the instant gratification right behind it. So guys, consistency, have a vision, know what you want out of this. Think January 2020. Where do you want to be a year from now? You know, how drastically different could your life look? And, you know, don't just say that you want it. Go ahead and claim it. Know that you're already there, and just go out and do what you know you need to do. I mean, there's nobody on this call that doesn't know what to do. It's just about, can you get rid of the fear? Can you be consistent enough? Can you want it bad enough? And can you go do it every single day? And anything that you want seriously can happen here. So just wanted to reiterate that, because I see a lot of people that get fired up, that are, you know, coffee this, coffee that all over their Facebook. And, you know, you blow your network out of the water and they're like, oh my gosh, they went from a stay-at-home mom to a barista overnight. What the heck happened here? And, you know, just be consistent, be you, be who you are. And that's good enough. And if you can embrace that, then this business is yours for the taking. So that's all I had to add.
Beautiful, 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 guys. So what he's talking
Can I
about?
add
Consistency.
something,
Yep.
Chris?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to go back to training. Okay, so we had an amazing training this past weekend. All our trainings are awesome, but one of the things that that is being taught to us is daily activity, right? And what we should post, and the little contests that we have for not just ourselves, but also for our customers. And if everybody did what the training is teaching us, then what I'm sitting here watching and working with like 3 people right now about sending samples because of actually doing the work with the training. You know, when we have these different contests and things like that, if you do the contest and you do the training, people are gonna notice when you have other people doing the work for you, and then they're asking about the products, and they're like, well, what are you talking about? What is Happy Coffee? What is it that you're doing? And then next thing you know, it becomes a cycle and a cycle. And that's what this training and what all the leaders are teaching us to do. And it works. And if everybody did that, your business just is going to grow and grow and grow. And, for a while there, I wasn't doing it because I let life just interfere. But as soon as I decided, okay, I have to start working my business, I am seeing that it is starting to just explode. And so that's just one thing that I just wanted to say. Training is so important. You guys give us this training without any cost to yourselves other than being there for us. And if we don't accept it and use what you guys give us, then of course it's not going to just come to us just because. We got to work our business and show the excitement, exactly what you're saying. So I'm seeing it working every day, and I'm trying to teach my team the same thing, and I'm noticing that it is definitely working. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Awesome. So inspiring. And, Lizzie is a perfect example of, just, seeing her a year ago and then where she is today, even going through all the things that she's gone through with her family and what's happening with Mike and all that stuff, being in a car accident like that. I mean, it's crazy. It's about the growth. And she heard us talk about it over and over and over and over again, about positive mental attitude, about the mindset, about being focused on where you want to go. Kim, you had something to add? Kim, Sean, y'all are unmuted. Did y'all have something you wanted to share?
No, I'm
Okay. I mean, she's muted back. So, and guys, consistency. One of the things that when we sat down with people and did welcome calls is we would get them on the 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. Why do we talk about 2 a day? It's because 2 a day is something that everyone can see themselves doing. 10 a day, if somebody's full-time, that's one thing. But the average person, they're busy. They have a life. They have a full-time job. They have this going on, that going on, whatever. But they can still expose 2 new people a day. Tell their story twice a day. Tell their story twice a day. Simple. It's consistent. It's something people can do. And over time, if you do that every single day, you're going to end up recruiting some people. You're going to have some customers. And then what will happen is if you teach them to do that, then they will start experiencing the same exact thing. Guys, you do it over and over and over and over. And next thing you know, you have a huge business of thousands of people. And a lot of people can't necessarily see that. It's not a matter of being able to see that, but it's a matter of just knowing that if I do my 2 a day, I'm going to end up with some customers. And out of those customers, we all know what happens. People end up telling people about it, and they have a choice. They can get paid for doing what they're doing, or they could just keep doing it for free. Most people say, hey, I want to get paid to do it. So anybody else have anything they want to add?
You there,
No,
Chris?
yeah. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Hey, I just wanted to cover a couple of things that got covered on the Zoom tonight. And there's some pre-bullet points, like Lizzie was saying. I know Enrique just hopped on. Enrique, you out there?
Yes, I'm just driving right now. What's going on, guys?
No, that's okay. Lizzie was talking about how the trainings are so important and how we're doing the trainings for free. And it hit home because whenever you first enrolled into our company, you were sharing with me that your leader at your last company, what was he doing as far as training? Could you share that with the group tonight?
Yeah, he would have these mastermind trainings where you would have to pay for it and travel, and they were 3 times a year plus the 2 company conventions a year. I mean, Nancy and I easily spent over $10,000 last year in training and traveling and hotel and food and all of that. And it was just that not everyone can afford to do that, and we couldn't even afford to do that. And that's not right. That's not true leadership. Charging your people for information and then benefiting off of them. It didn't sit well. A lot of people were going into debt because of that. So I'm just really appreciative of what we have here with the culture we have, and everybody's giving so freely. It's a much different experience this go around for us. And we really appreciate everything that you give us and the team.
Thank you for sharing, Enrique.
Yeah.
I just wanted everybody to hear that. Also, I know I am Prather. You out there? I know he's here.
Yeah, I'm here, Ricky. What's up, buddy?
All right. So going back to what Chris was saying, talk about posture and positioning. Whenever I introduced you to this product, you were at a very bad state of mind and financial, everything. How was my posture coming from Dallas and talking to you, and what made you decide I have to follow this dude?
All right. Well, hi, everybody. What's up? Hope you are crushing this month and getting ready for convention. But to what Ricky's talking about, just a little over a year ago, down here south of Houston, we got, whacked by a hurricane. Everybody was flooded. It was a very miserable situation. There wasn't a lot of happiness or hope or anything going on around down here. And I had been asked to go help a buddy of mine that has a construction company try to help some of these people get back in their homes. And the previous business I was in, I was crushed. All my team was local, and my business volume dropped 75% from 1 month to the next. My income dropped that much from 1 month to the next. And I just literally didn't know what the heck we was going to do. And Ricky had invited me to go with him to Dallas, but I was working for somebody. And I just told him, Ricky, I can't go short notice like that. But what did happen is when he came back, he brought me back 1 serving of our Happy Coffee and 1 Xanthamax, and just brought it over there where I was working at, and just marched in and said, man, you need to take this. And I was like, Ricky, they had a coffee pot that was covered with a plastic grocery sack to keep the dust out. I'm a coffee snob. If y'all look back over here, man, I got 2 different coffee makers over here. It's like Starbucks up in here. That's the way I drink my fancy snobby coffee. And all I had was black Happy Coffee. No sugar, no creamer, no sweetener, no flavorings, nothing. It was not a pleasant experience for me, I will tell you that. But I trusted Ricky, and he just said, get this in your body, and I'll be back to check on it. And so he said, I'll be back in an hour. He didn't even last an hour. I was texting him saying, how do I not run out of this ever again? It lit me up. For the first time since all that stuff went down, I actually felt good and was thinking straight. And so Ricky said, I'll be back over there in a minute, because he had left. And I was out working in the garage of this house, and he pulled up, and I walked out there, and Ricky looked at me and he said, I resigned from my other company. And I knew the kind of income he was making. I thought, like, dude, have you hit your head on something? Like, this is crazy. And when he looked at me and he said, brother, I can't take another dime from that company when my team can't win. When he said that to me, and I knew that this was serious, that this was real, and I knew the way that this product made me feel from the first serving. You know, I'm one of those lucky people. It lit me up, you know, from the very first serving. And I'm grateful for that. If I would have been one of them people that takes a week to drink this stuff, like, I don't know if the same thing would have happened. But because it affected me so powerfully right away, and because Ricky had that posture, what he said to me is, I'm going to do this. I've made up my mind. I'm going to do this. I've resigned from the other company, and this is your shot. You got one chance. You with me or not? Because I'm going to go with you or without you, and I'd rather you go with me. That's exactly what he said, guys, just like that. It wasn't no, you know, please come do this, and, you know, I think this would be a good, no. He just said, I'm in, and you're either in or I'm out of here. And I told Ricky, I said, dude, I'm broke, man. I have zero money to, like, how much is it to get in? He said, you got a credit card? I said, I have an American Express, and that bill's due next month. And he said, then I suggest you get busy. You start letting some people know about this. And I was like, wow. You know what? That's exactly what I did. I did exactly what Ricky told me to do. I got into this company, and we went to work. I contacted everybody. I contacted everybody that I knew. All my previous customers from a previous company, all the people that had joined me in that other company that, you know, went through the churn and burn and quit, like the ones that would still answer my calls. I just called and asked a simple question. Hey, do you drink coffee at all? Back then, we didn't have chocolate. We didn't have no other option. It was yes or no. And if they said yes, I said, I got something you need to try, guys. And it was that simple. That simple. That's how we got this thing going. And here we are a little over a year later, and life has completely and utterly changed for me in every kind of way. And Ricky, I can't thank you enough for going with your gut and just following your heart, brother. I appreciate you. And with that being said, I'll shut up.
Thank you, Ian, for sharing that, guys. And I wanted to close out the call with this. Just remember to have belief into what you're doing, and not just focus on what you're going to do tomorrow, where you're going to be at a year from now. You guys, there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of great products out there. But one thing that we have here is a community of people. We have an amazing CEO that cares about us. Has everything been perfect? No, it hasn't. Hey, we change the comp plan and do this, and then guess what the CEO does? He says, hey, I'm just going to guarantee you your pay of what you made last month. What other CEO would ever do that? Not in this world, guys. I bought into Robert O'Blon's vision, and I want you guys to really understand this. I wanted my team to win, and it's happening in a bigger way than I ever dreamed of, and it's because of belief, the belief that you have to go out there and make things happen every single day. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget on why you started, okay? Because you started this because you had a vision, you had a dream. So did I. And you guys made everything become a reality to me. So I owe it to all of you guys, and I will not stop working until you guys reach your goals. With that being said, go to bed. Have a good night. Love you all. Hope to see you at convention. Good night.
Woo! Thank you.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. As soon as I go to use the bathroom, Dave's walking past me and I'm like,